days ago, actually. 3 days ago. Hit 2,000 subscribers. What's up? Which is pretty rad. That's pretty cool. It's weird that 2,000 people want to hear me and whisper about just whatever random thing that comes into my head when I sit down and hit record. And so, as promised, today I'm telling what I suppose is probably my most embarrassing story ever. I can't think of anything more embarrassing that's happened to me. I have a lot of hockey stories. And playing hockey growing up, especially it was a different time, and we were very, very cruel to each other. So there's that. This is okay. I take that back. I do have one story that's more embarrassing, and I don't know if I should save that for something. Saving that for 3,000 subs. What's up? It's the story of my 21st birthday, and it's a doozy. But today we're not talking about that. Today we're talking about when I want to say I was 12 or 13 years old. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I was 12 or 13, somewhere in there. And we were at a hockey tournament in Des Moines, Iowa. And at a hockey tournament, it's over a weekend. You play 2 to 5 games. It's usually at least 3 to 5 games, depending on how well you do. And so in Des Moines, Iowa, there is an amusement park called Adventureland. And so, over the course of the weekend, there's a lot of downtime because you're playing, 3 to 5 games. If you do well, you win your first, you might play Friday night, Saturday morning, and then you have all day Saturday, you play a game Sunday or whatever. And so we went to Adventureland. A bunch of unaccompanied minors. Parents dropped us off and we're like, yeah, Godspeed, so they could go drink at the hotel bar, or just drink in the rooms. And well, to make a long story short, I shit my pants. So, as if that wasn't a pretty bad story already, there's somebody in the hallway that's being insanely loud. What are they doing out there? Okay, so this story is much longer than that. So basically, here's the whole story. So we're 13-year-olds. It's just after our first hockey game. We're buzzing from a win. It's good times all around, right? And so someone's like, let's go to Adventureland. And I'm like, yeah. And everyone's like, yeah. And so a group of, I think 4 of us, maybe 4 or 5 of us, hockey teams, 15 to 20 kids. In those days, it was, probably 15-ish. So 4 or 5 of us were like, let's go, we're going to Adventureland. And so we found a parent to take us. We got money from mom and dad. And away we went. So we go to Adventureland and we get there. And I have to shit real bad. Like, the kind of shit that only comes from a hockey tournament, from like the weird shit you eat at a, because it's like, what do they have at the rink for a snack bar? Like, that's breakfast. Like, buddy, you're eating 2 hot dogs and a Snickers for breakfast because you're 12 and you want to get sugared up and get on the fucking ice. So, it's gonna be a bad shit. So I go in there into the toilet right off the main gates at Adventureland, and it was the most disgusting toilet I had ever seen in my entire life. Like, think like if you ever watched the TV show Jackass, there is a skit in like the first season where Johnny Knoxville gets in a porta potty and they flip it upside down. That's what that bathroom looked like. And I was like, I don't feel good walking into this bathroom with shoes on. So I immediately noped the fuck out of that. I was like, I'm gonna hold it. There's gonna be another bathroom somewhere down the road, and that'll be cleaner. It has to be cleaner than this. Like, there's no way there isn't a cleaner bathroom somewhere in this park. So we go out. We go on a couple rides. We're getting started. We're having fun doing doing the things, doing the stuff, and I don't really have to poop so much anymore. Like it's kind of like a distant feeling, you know, when it kind of like goes back up, and you're like, crisis averted, you know, like I could save this to the home throne. That is not what was destined to happen on this day. So I think we maybe went on 1 or 2 rides, and then we saw it. The Space Shot. That's what it's called. I'm like 99% sure. Let me see. Space Shot Adventureland. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's turn this way down and see if we can play it here on the phone. There we go. Make it big. So as you can see, it's one of those like towers that just shoots you up. Let's see if it's gonna. Are they gonna shoot it up? What the hell? Come on. Is it going? I can't tell if it's going. Again, I'm only seeing it from the screen. Wow, this is really anticlimactic. There it goes. Of course. So it shoots up super high, right? So we go on that one, and we get off that ride, and my friend Steve is like, dude, what smells? And I'm like, well, I don't smell anything. Because at this point, I didn't realize I had shit my pants yet, okay? So they're like, well, what smells? And they're like, I was like, oh, I smell too. Like, it's awful. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I sat in something, and I'm like trying to check my ass and stuff. And they're like, looking, they're like, I don't see anything, but like, it's definitely you, Ben. You definitely smell. And that's saying something. A bunch of 12-year-old kids who just played a fucking hockey game. None of us showered. We just went straight to the park. So we stank, and it was, it's summertime. Like, we've been walking around. We're just sweating out the hot dog meat. Like, we did not smell good to begin with. But then you add the pants shitting on top of it from, poor nutrition of a hockey tournament weekend. And, yeah, it was not a pleasant smell. And that was like an hour into our 4 or 5 hour adventure at Adventureland, and we went on many more roller coasters, and like the whole time just passing people, like sitting down, getting buckled in, and just like seeing the staff be like, God damn, fucking kid, like, oh, we're at a hockey tournament, this is where I smell. It's like, no, it's one of you shit your pants. And it was you, fat kid, because I was a lot fatter back then. Like, I may seem like very svelte now. I'm not very svelte. I'm still pretty fat. But, like, I was super fat. Like, I've lost something like 110, 120 pounds. Like, from my fattest. Like, I wasn't that fat then. But I got, I was treading on the fat path the whole time. Like, I was never a skinny kid. So, Steve's dad comes and picks us up. And at this whole time, I did not, like, maybe I had, like, a thought, like, but in my head, I had gaslit myself to be like, no, I didn't shit my pants. I fucking sat in something. Like, it's just a coincidence. I don't have to poop anymore because I was a fucking idiot. I'm still a fucking idiot. And, we get in the car, and Steve's dad, the first fucking thing he says, he goes, whoa, which one of you shit yourselves? And I like fucking Ben sat in something, and he's like, ugh, goddamn. And he had like Febreze, and Febreze was like brand new, and they're just like spraying me down with it. They just gave me a Febreze bath in the back of this SUV. So we get back at the hotel, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fucking just go. I'm gonna shower, and it's gonna, like whatever, get the stink off me. We're gonna burn these clothes or whatever. And so fucking get to the hotel, and my dad was my little brother's coach. And then so when you do hockey tournaments, there'd be age divisions, and there'd be club teams. So a club would have many different age groups. So I played hockey. My little brother was a couple age groups below me. My dad was the coach. And it's a tournament weekend. You'd usually have a couple age groups. So his team was there too, playing hockey. And wouldn't you know it, they, for whatever reason, were having a fucking team meeting in our hotel room, because we had the bigger hotel room, because just a bunch of little like 8-year-olds just like snap and look at me, and then all at the same time, the smell hits them all at the same time. They're just like, ugh. A bunch of 8-year-olds gagging, because 8-year-olds, they don't have any fucking like gooth, or like they're like, you shit your pants. And I was like, I didn't shit my pants, I sat in something, like 13-year-old, like, shut up, little bastards, you don't fucking know what you're talking about. And I was like, I'm gonna take a shower. It's like, get in the bathroom. And that's when, get all the clothes off. Then it's just caked on the back of my fucking boxers. Like, that shit, the space shot shoots you up at whatever, 60 miles an hour or whatever it is. And that shit just, boom, just caked into my pants, as hard as it could. And I remember trying to wash them in the shower and washing myself off, and just, waffle stomping it down the fucking drain. And just having a real time. And I got out of the bathroom. I got out of the shower, cleaned. The kids had all left. And it was like just my mom there. And she's like, you shit yourself, didn't you, buddy? So, there you have it. That is the time that and this is a 100% true story, the time I shit my pants at Adventureland. So, that is the second most embarrassing thing that's probably ever happened to me. If you want, I'll tell my most embarrassing story. I'm an open book about my 21st birthday. We could tell that sometime down the road. But that's all I got for you today. It's just a nice, quick, short one. And thank you for subscribing, for listening to me fucking ramble and bullshit for fucking, I don't know, it's been 5 or 6 years at this point. I think it might be 7 years. I think the channel started, I don't even know. Let's see if I go, can I even see how old this channel is? Oh, I'm in the wrong app. It's weird, there's 2 apps. There's a YouTube Studio app and a YouTube app. So, like, if you want to see your back-end stats, you have to go to a different app. It's weird. 2002. If I go to content and scroll all the way, I wonder if I sort by, nope, most recent. There's no way you can sort. We're gonna find this out. It was August something. It might be like 7 years at this point. That's crazy to think about. Just fucking making dumb noises and rambling and shit for 7 fucking years. That's almost a decade. I don't even know. There's so many videos. Like, just scrolling just takes forever. Like, I made so many fucking videos. Holy shit. You ever realize that? You're just like, fuck, what? And it's still going. It's still going. It's still going. And it's loading. And it's still going. It's loading. And there's more. It's still going. It's still just ungodly amounts. And some of these are, the 6 years. So it would have been, this'll be 7 years probably. Yeah, 6 years. The first video, August 4th, 2015. So this year will be 7 years. That's fucking crazy. So, anyway, thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery. To whisper into a fucking camera and tap on shit for fun. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. And if not, I hope that turns around for you real soon. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.